นายอนุทินชาญวิรกูลได้คะแนน311คะแนนเป็นนั้นว่านายอนุทินชาญวิรกูลได้รับคะแนนเสียงเห็นชอบมากกว่ากึ่งหนึ่งของจำนวนสมาชิกทั้งหมดเท่าที่มีอยู่ของสภาผู้แทนราษฎรที่ประชุมมีมติเห็นชอบแต่งตั้งให้นายอนุทินชาญวิรกูลเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรี
Sawadika, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. Thailand has witnessed a roller coaster ride before the decision was made on the next Prime Minister of Thailand today. Eventually, Anutin Chanvirakul of the Phumjai Thai Party became the new Prime Minister of Thailand. Here's a recap of the political drama leading up to this point.
พรรคประชาชนจะให้ความเห็นชอบแก่คุณอนุทินชาญวีรกูลหัวหน้าพรรคภูมิใจไทยโดยพรรคภูมิใจไทยจะต้องยอมตกลงเงื่อนไขดังต่อไปนี้
People's Party leader Nattapong Rinpanyawut announced its support for Phumjai Thai Party leader Anutin Chanvirakul as the next Prime Minister, but on tough conditions. These include calling for a House dissolution within 4 months of delivering the policy statement, organizing a referendum for charter amendments, and that the People's Party will remain in opposition to scrutinize the government. The party leader explained his choice, which is based on what they see as the best way out for the country and the candidate they see most likely to dissolve the House as promised.
พรรคภูมิใจไทยเป็นพรรคการเมืองที่ทำให้พวกเรานะครับมองเห็นตามหลักฐานเชิงประจักษ์ได้ว่าจะเป็นรัฐบาลเสียงข้างน้อยที่ทำให้พรรคประชาชนใช้เสียงของสสในสภาในส่วนที่เรามีเสียงข้างมากกว่าในฐานะพรรคฝ่ายค้านสามารถกำกับทิศทางของรัฐบาลเพื่อมุ่งหน้าสู่จุดนั้นครับ
Just hours later, acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai told reporters that he had already submitted a petition to His Majesty the King to call for a House dissolution, claiming that he wants to return the power to the people. The move was widely seen as an attempt to block Anutin from becoming the next leader, as its candidate Thaigasem Nitisiri would likely be defeated.
ขณะนี้สถานการณ์ที่กำลังเกิดขึ้นเนี่ยผมว่าระบบประชาธิปไตยมันก็บิดเบี้ยวนะครับมันไม่เป็นทำนองที่ควรจะทำฝ่ายกฎหมายก็คิดว่ามันควรจะคืนอำนาจให้ประชาชน
Eventually, Phumjai Thai accepted the deal. In addition to 143 MPs from the People's Party, Anutin says there are 146 other MPs supporting him to become the next leader. These include 68 MPs from his own party, 17 from the Palang Pracharat Party, as well as renegade MPs from the United Thai Nation and Pheu Thai parties.
ผมขอยืนยันว่าพวกเราทุกคนในที่นี้จะไม่ทำให้เจตนารมณ์และความเสียสละของทุกท่านสูญเปล่าและจะรักษาข้อตกลงทั้ง5ข้อนี้ที่ให้ไว้กับพรรคประชาชนตลอดระยะเวลา4 เดือนนับตั้งแต่เราจะเข้าไปทำงานในฐานะรัฐบาล
Then the voting day came, but it took hours of debate before the actual voting could start. Most Pheu Thai MPs opposed and even described the agreement between Phumjai Thai and the People's Party of being unconstitutional. Eventually, the House has voted for Anutin Chanvirakul, making him the next Prime Minister of Thailand. I had a chance to talk to a political analyst who explains why he believes that way. Most importantly, whether they will keep or break the promise of a House dissolution in 4 months. The People's Party is now seen as a kingmaker, setting conditions with both Pheu Thai and Phumjai Thai parties before this main opposition decides who they will support as a prime ministerial candidate. The People's Party, which has the most seats in the House, will therefore determine who will get a comfortable majority.
After the vote for Prime Minister, the new Prime Minister is going to have a lot of power, and they can even draw more like defectors from other parties. And I mean, seriously speaking, I mean, the commitment that they're going to dissolve the House in 4 months, they don't really have to follow through, right? I mean, they can just come up and say, oh, things change, and sorry, but we have to stay a little longer.
The People's Party's main condition is a House dissolution within 4 months of the new Prime Minister delivering the required policy statement to Parliament. In spite of their promises, Kem Tong believes it is very likely that both parties will break the promise to stay in power, especially Pheu Thai, which has a track record of breaking promises.
I think this is a very different in style of Phum Chai Thai portray themselves like a dependable strong man, right? So I mean, not everything is straightforward, but they keep their promise and they try to stick to it because they know that they have a much longer timeline. They think that they still have a brighter future. They can go another election and they're sure going to get more seats. And why Pheu Thai, this is more like a, you look at it and you feel like this is the end of the game. The Shinawatra might be leaving. So that mentality means that you are more inclined to cheat. When the game is about to end, everyone knows the game is about to end. This is the last round. People would do it. But if you think that the game continue into unforeseeable future, then you try to keep promise, you try to make alliance, and you know that you have reputation to keep.
Meanwhile, some see Pheu Thai's call for a dissolution as a move to block Anutin from becoming the Prime Minister. Regardless, Kem Tong believes that a clean slate would be the best way out for the country's political future.
I think whoever come up, the people, the public, is not going to be happy with that. So I mean, think about like clean slate. Having a clean slate might be like more suitable to the situation. I think in the last election, 2023, I think a lot of people vote without knowing that Pheu Thai gonna switch and how bad Phum Chai Thai gonna be. I think people are gonna get more clear-eyed about who's who in Thai politics, and they might change their voting pattern and behaviors. And the People's Party believe that I think they still come out on top in an election.
Nad Bunag reporting for Thai PBS World.
Political instability has shaken the Thai economy following Pathongthai Shinawat's dismissal. Business leaders and analysts warn that investors are now hesitant to commit to new investments in the country. Frank Hanshi joins me now to explain more. So Frank, what sort of feedback are you hearing from Thailand's business community about the political impact on the economy?
Hi, Ned. Business sentiment is definitely hit by the political uncertainty following Pathongthai Shinawat's dismissal by the Charter Court. Many business leaders have been concerned over instability in the country. According to the Thai Banks Association chair, he emphasized that, quote, political factors may affect budget disbursement as well as undermine private sector confidence in making future investment decisions. There is also a risk that the country's credit rating could be downgraded further. President of the FTI, or Federation of Thai Industries, Gengai Tianukun, also say that government budget disbursement is only implemented by 50%. It means that, of course, political instability really affects government expenditure this year. And if the political uncertainty prolongs, the economy will continue to stagnate, while investors may not put more investment in Thailand with their wait-and-see attitude. Another alarming call is that AMRO, or ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office, revealed that Thailand's GDP will grow 2.2% this year, while dropping to 1.9% next year. But now it is the crucial juncture to make fast transition to advanced technologies. A professor at Thammasat University said that during the political uncertainties, the country needs to regain investors' confidence. Of course, since the political shift in the government is too frequent in 2 years.
If we look at the scenario, the most immediate and short-term risk is the business confidence in what follow yet another removal of an elected prime minister. And I think that will add to the issue of confidence that Thailand has probably already attracted unnecessary attention, because in 2 years we have had 2 prime ministers removed from the office by the court. I think all in all that would add to the lack of confidence that business investors, both domestic and internationally, would look at Thailand like, are we serious about doing business? Are we still too focused on our domestic political issues to the point where we ignore the rest of the world and the rest of the economic management?
However, the professor also proposed pragmatic solution to upgrade the economy with different strategy in global supply chains. Sustainability and valuable production are significant.
In addition to looking outward to find other export market, we should also look inward at our own institutional context. And I think that is one key concern that we have heard everybody talks about, how we need institutional reform in Thailand. But if we haven't really done much to facilitate this progress, we haven't really acknowledged the kind of the regulatory burden that we have, a lot of issues that perhaps can be streamlined. For example, all the regulation that we are looking at. Second area is also to prepare our suppliers, our domestic players to become more competitive in the new era of competition. We are talking about applying to OECD, and we are looking at the EU-Thailand FTA. And those issues are quite clear that 2 issues stand out. One is sustainability. How do we make sure that our supply chain become more sustainable?
Well, Professor Pawita suggested how Thailand can upgrade its economy. She also highlighted 2 economic engines, of course, exports and tourism will grow sluggishly in 2026. So net, with prolonged political chaos, investor confidence may drop significantly as existing investors may not commit more investment in Thailand, and future investors, they might not choose Thailand as their hubs in the future. So right now we have to prepare for a perfect storm in the economy in 2026. Back to you.
Well, it is expected that the political instability will still continue and will further damage the economy as well. All right, thank you, Frank. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup.
Former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra claimed that he ordered the pilots of his private jet to change destination from Singapore to Dubai because the private airport in Singapore was closed. He did, however, promise to fly back to Thailand no later than Monday to hear the court's verdict on the following day. The Supreme Court is scheduled to deliver a ruling on his controversial stay on the 14th floor of the Police General Hospital, in which he's accused of evading time in prison by claiming to be very sick, which required him to be admitted to the hospital for 6 months. The legal team of Pathongthai Shinawat, who was removed from office by the Constitutional Court last week, submitted a petition to the court asking it to revoke the decision based on what it claims was an unlawful judicial process. The legal team claimed that one of the judges whose term had already expired still participated in Pathongthai's case, raising legal concerns over the validity of the proceedings and the ruling. It also argued that it could render the process unlawful. Second Army Region Commander Lieutenant General Bunsin Patklang said the border conflict between Thailand and Cambodia can be resolved only when the Thai government can talk with the Cambodian leader. During his informal talk with students at Thammasat University, he said that Thailand must send someone who has no vested interest or hidden agenda, adding that he has no intention to criticize the government. Lomsak district of Thailand's Phetchabun province is facing the worst flooding in 14 years due to heavy rain compounded by the Pasak River being swollen by northern runoffs, causing it to overflow. More than 7,000 households in 50 villages are flooded, with the depth of floodwater in the Lomsak municipal area measured at nearly a meter with strong currents.
Right now, Thailand's most famous Cabaret is rebranding itself as a fashion leader, blending performance with design to capture new audiences and hoping to shine not only as an entertainment landmark, but also a source of inspiration for the next generation. Here's more with At Bunyathat.
The glitz, the glamour, and the intricate costumes are what make them famous. For 5 decades, this entertainment landmark has survived crises that severely impacted Thailand's tourism industry. Currently, it faces another challenge. There's been sharp drop in visitors, especially from China, with arrivals at just 10% of what they once were. Nonetheless, the management believes this is the right moment to invest heavily in rebranding.
We do the branding. We change the show just to please the customers' satisfaction. So this is how we do. We do branding all the time. That's how we survive. And we always survive through times. And we have to think in advance that if we have any threats in the tourism industry, we have to protect ourselves in advance also, not after.
On the theme of advancing diversity and globalizing Thai soft power, they have redefined the concept of beauty standards and aimed at placing Tiffany on the new map of global entertainment by strengthening their already strongest point.
We collaborate with all designers globally. For example, we work with French designer, Kun Laurent Mercier, which is a famous designer, and we work with top-tier Thai designer, and we work with young designer as well. So this is like to include the new generation and the old generation together, make it, like united into the terms of diversity and open-minded about this.
To create this new interpretation of Cabaret, 7 leading designers have crafted 200 exceptional costumes for all 9 acts. Each brings a distinctive style and artistry to the stage. But according to the creative director, it wasn't difficult at all to select each of them.
Actually, to be honest, because I'm in fashion business, so it is super easy for me to choose one because I already know them. I know their work, I know their craftsmanship, I know their direction. So each band has each character different. And what we want is diversity, of course.
With 3 shows performed daily, the costumes must be both lightweight and durable for the performers, while remaining visually stunning in design and execution.
And
Art Arya highlighted some striking examples.
Here is the old clothes that hanging around, rest to be worn by our actors. Look, you have this part that look feminine, and you have this part that look masculine in one outfit. And this is made of good leather. This is designed by La Boutique. Come this way, please. I show you this. This is the part of that outfit as well. This is the angel part. You know, design is so exclusive. Look at the details, workmanship and everything. This is so difficult to sew, and they made it so good. You know, everything put together is like, oh my God, this is couture level for me. So La Boutique served very well, and this is the part of diversity. The crazy design from Natharut. This has never happened before in Tiffany history that we do acrobat, the show so-called diversity.
Because every performance must convey a key message. That idea is reflected in the stage design, lighting, choreography, and even the costumes. According to one of the designers, these were the toughest requirements he had ever worked with. He created 26 costumes in just 3 months and found the most challenging part to be the sewing process and the search for the most suitable materials.
ที่พี่อาร์ตเลือกตัวรุดมาทำเพราะว่าเขาต้องการชุดสัตว์ประหลาดแล้วก็อยากได้เป็นสัตว์ที่ผสมกันหลายๆอย่างหลายๆชนิดมาผสมกันแล้วก็ต้องเรืองแสงแบ็คไลท์คือโจทย์อีกอย่างหนึ่งคือต้องสวยทั้งแสงธรรมชาติแสงธรรมดาแล้วก็แสงแบ็คไลท์อันนี้คือสิ่งที่ได้รับมาครับแล้วก็ตัวนำเป็นหนอนอยากได้หนอนใส่ทักซิโดแล้วก็นอกนั้นก็คือแล้วแต่เราเลยวันที่ไปดูโชว์แบบเต็มครั้งแรกรู้สึกแบบว่าก็ภูมิใจแล้วก็รู้สึกว่ามันเหมือนเราก้าวข้ามขีดจำกัดของเราบางอย่างไปด้วยในการแบบว่าทำงานอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
The lead performer who wears his design said that when he first saw the costume during the fitting, he was amazed.
โชว์เก่าเราเคยใส่อะไรที่มันจะสวยงามอย่างเงี้ยเป็นสวยแล้วก็หล่อแล้วก็สวยแล้วก็หล่อแต่ว่าอันนี้มันมีความแบบแปลกใหม่เข้ามาแล้วมันดูแบบมันตื่นเต้นนะโชว์ใหม่มันจะมีความชุดอะไรอ่ะว้าวมากมันดูว้าวไปหมดตะการตาไปหมดเลยใช่ครับมันก็ในโชว์นี้มันก็จะทำให้รู้สึกว่ามันมีความแฟชั่นเข้ามาผสมผสานด้วย
Beyond rebranding itself as a new fashion leader on the international stage, the business hopes to inspire the next generation, particularly fashion lovers.
9 acts, 8 acts with people, with humans, with actors. And I know that this is going to be inspire the new generation for sure. When they want to see some kind of entertainment, they want to see some kind of show, they want to see some kind of fashion, they want to see some kind of art and performance, they have to think about Tiffany because Tiffany can give them the spark. We want to give them the spark. I think the spark is very important to inspire the next generation, the next new artists to do things, to create things for the world, especially for fashion business in Thailand.
From fashion, now let's turn to music. Thai folk music is set to shine on the world stage as Thai pianist Natyon Tararak launches his Siam Sonata tour in Europe, which will take place later this month. Kitipat Chusukjit has the story.
Thailand's folk music has always been in the hearts of the people. Now, it is being transformed into a powerful form of soft power, bridging tradition and innovation while taking the unique sound of Thailand to the world stage. Natyon Tararak is one of Thailand's most celebrated pianists and composers. For decades, he has been praised for blending Thai folk melodies with Western classical forms. Today, he is once again ready to represent Thailand internationally in Paris, Budapest, and Vienna, leveling up Thailand's soft power through his masterpiece, the Siam Sonata.
Actually, the Siam Sonata is my third sonata, which I wrote 23 years ago in 2002, in the occasion of King Rama IX's 75th birthday. Yeah. It is the first time for Siam Sonata that I used the folk music from 4 regions of Thailand. And Sonata also has 4 movements, and it fits very well in the pattern of the sonata form in the classical music, because the first movement is full of grandeur and is beauty, is a central region. And the second movement is full of fun which is the northeastern or ASEAN. The third movement goes to the north. The northern people are very quite slow and sweet, so it's a slow movement. And the last movement is full of vigor for the southern people. Strong, powerful, and ending with a very triumphant feeling.
So I'm talking about the preparation to perform in Europe. So do you adapt the program or the storytelling to fit the audience there? Or you just make it the same as performing in Bangkok?
I think so far that we have done 102 performances in 16 countries. We always explain to them the format of the music, which is a sonata form which the classical music lover would understand. But the sound is different. It has a Thai sound. And the harmony and the sound that they heard, it's based on the classical European harmony, but it's not the same. Because so they understand this kind of harmony. But why is so different sound? That's how I incorporate our Thainess and Thai sound in this music. So they were very surprised. They were amazed that we could do it.
Okay, talking about the classical music, the classical genre, it is originated from Europe. How you adapt this kind of European classical music to Thai soft power?
Classical music in Europe is very strong. It's very strong. And they know that their music is strong and they have influence to other countries. For instance, Bach from German is the father of all classical music, from history. And this is a very basic of Western harmony. Anyone can use this as a base to their own music. And I use that as well. Because when people listen to it, if they know Bach, they know this harmony, they know that how it develops and how the extra of the things that I put it in. So I think this will influence their thinking. They will think of our country differently now. Because when they heard this, this is Thai music. Don't you think it's enough? It's enough to tell the world that this is our country, we have our own sound. If they know our language, and then they listen to our music, it reflects something as well. So this is a very, very strong soft power for people to understand our country more. We can have the place that we stand firm.
So talking about your challenges, what is the most challenges for you for this tour?
I think it lies more in the organization because the music is already there. To convince people to support us is the most challenging because it's still something new to the Thai society. Because even though we don't reach 10,000 people, but the people that we reach are the niche, are the one who has more power to decide. And this is the group of people we need for them to come to Thailand, to experience our culture.
From Bangkok to Budapest, Vienna to Paris, the Siam Sonata carries the sound of Thailand onto the world's grand stages. For Natyun Tararak, this is a mission to show the world that Thai music can inspire, connect, and move hearts everywhere. Kitipat Chil Sukjit, Thai PBS World.
All right, and that's all for this edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. You can also follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ